One afternoon on Beerus's planet, Goku could be seen pushing his limits, training intensely under the watchful eye of Whis. Being the son of the Grand Priest himself, Goku was expected to possess enough raw power to eventually serve as both a mentor and an attendant to a god of destruction in the future. However, his current strength still fell drastically short of Whis' immense level. He has been training under my guidance for quite a long time now. Honestly, he should be showing much better results by this point, Whis remarked with a sigh, openly complaining about Goku's slow progress. Oh, come on, Whis, don't be so incredibly hard on me. I am genuinely doing the absolute best that I can, Goku replied, looking a bit downcast and sounding quite sad. Well, I just hope he never ends up taking your place, Whis. Let's face it, Goku is pretty much useless right now, Beerus interjected, lazily, lounging back and relaxing comfortably in his chair. I have already told you both multiple times that I have absolutely no interest in becoming anyone's master or servant. The only thing I truly want is to test my limits against incredibly strong guys, Goku stated, with a completely serious expression on his face. Besides, let's be completely honest here. I am only half angel because my mother happened to be a pure-blooded Saiyan. Well, that is precisely the reason why you need to train twice as hard as anyone else, Whis replied firmly. Right after saying that, he suddenly struck Goku right in the stomach using the end of his staff. I cannot always be around to protect you from danger. Currently, you are the weakest among all of us, so you must work harder to catch up to our level. Ouch! Damn it, that actually hurt a lot, Goku yelled, rubbing his sore stomach. Just at that moment, Prince Vegeta arrived on Beerus's planet, given that he was currently a prime candidate to become the next god of destruction. Vegeta, it is good to see that you have finally come back here to continue your training, Beerus interrupted, addressing the Saiyan prince. I apologize for the delay, but I ran into some unexpected mishaps back on planet Vegeta. Frieza was trying to cause trouble again, but I have already taken care of him and completely eliminated the threat, Vegeta replied, respectfully, giving a formal bow. Hey there, Vegeta, how have you been? Goku greeted him in a very polite and friendly manner. Kakarot, I see you are still wasting your time slacking off with your training, Vegeta barked back coldly. Hey, stop calling me Kakarot. That was just the name they wanted to give me back on planet Vegeta, but my mom and dad always called me Goku, Goku corrected him. Whatever you say, Kakarot, Vegeta smirked, letting out a mocking laugh. You really never change, do you, Vegeta? Goku thought to himself, feeling a bit embarrassed by his stubborn rival. God, how I absolutely despise this guy. It is completely unforgivable that he carries Saiyan blood in his veins. Even if he is technically an angel, his very existence is a total disgrace to our proud warrior race, Vegeta thought to himself, glaring at Goku with deep disgust. Sensing the tension, Beerus suddenly spoke up. Goku, I need you to do me a favor and fight against Vegeta right now. Wait, what? Why out of nowhere? Vegeta asked, completely astonished by the sudden demand. But Lord Beerus, Vegeta is far too weak compared to me right now. I am genuinely worried that I might accidentally kill him if I don't hold back, Goku said honestly. That miserable, arrogant insect, how I truly hate him, Vegeta thought, his rage reaching a boiling point. I need you to fight him with enough pressure so he can finally break through his limits and achieve the Super Saiyan Blue transformation, Beerus explained calmly. Wait a minute, Vegeta, you mean you still haven't managed to reach that transformation yet? Goku asked innocently, which only succeeded in making Vegeta feel even more insulted and uncomfortable. Goku, you must remember that Lord Vegeta is not a natural-born deity like us. Therefore, he does not possess the same innate advantages that you do. Whis chimed in, reminding the young Angel Saiyan hybrid. Ah, I see. I just assumed that since he had already mastered the Super Saiyan God form, he would be able to break through to Blue right away, Goku replied, scratching his head. Well, let's just get this fight started then. I promise I will do my best not to kill you. I honestly cannot believe I'm being forced to swap blows with this complete idiot. His sheer presence makes me sick, yet he still acts so irritatingly kind, Vegeta thought to himself. Vegeta, I highly doubt you'll be able to defeat Goku in a straight match, but whatever you do, do not forget for a single second that he is the direct son of the Grand Priest, Beerus warned with a very serious tone. What exactly are you trying to imply by saying that, Lord Beerus? Vegeta asked, looking visibly confused. I can read your facial expressions perfectly, Saiyan, the Destroyer God replied. Did you honestly think I wouldn't notice the deep hatred you hold? My absolute resentment towards Kakarot must be incredibly obvious, even if Beerus can read it so easily, Vegeta muttered to himself. Very well, Vegeta, I am completely ready whenever you are, Goku announced, stepping into a battle stance. I'll start the fight in my base form so things won't be overwhelmingly difficult for you right from the start. That way I can gradually help you tap into the blue form. Absolutely not, Goku, Whis interrupted firmly. You will fight him using your blue form right from the very beginning. Wait, in my blue form? But Whis, don't you think that's going to be way too much pressure for him to handle? Goku questioned, looking concerned. Hey, I'm standing right here and I can hear every single word you two are saying, Vegeta shouted out furiously, his pride completely wounded. In order for him to successfully reach Super Saiyan Blue, he needs to experience and understand the nature of that divine energy directly through you, the Destroyer God explained. All right, if you say so, Goku agreed, instantly unleashing his power and transforming into a brilliant Super Saiyan Blue. Goku prepared himself to fight, while Vegeta focused his energy, tapping into his Crimson Super Saiyan God form. I am putting my trust in you, Vegeta. You are undeniably the strongest pure Saiyan out there, so I know for a fact you can pull this off, Goku encouraged him. However, his genuine kindness only served to enrage Vegeta even more. With a fierce roar, Vegeta launched himself straight at Goku with everything he had. Unfortunately, the gap in their power levels was simply too massive to bridge, especially since Goku possessed the natural traits of a deity, while Vegeta was still just a mortal pushing his limits. Come on, Vegeta, you need to focus and concentrate your energy, Goku called out, while effortlessly blocking the incoming strikes. Don't you dare tell me what to do, you good-for-nothing hybrid, Vegeta roared back furiously, swinging wildly. I honestly cannot believe Vegeta is behaving this way around Goku. If our father, the Grand Priest, happens to witness this, he might become incredibly angry, Whis noted, looking somewhat annoyed by the Saiyan's lack of respect. That is precisely why I want him to get stronger.
I am fully confident that once Vegeta manages to reach Goku's level, he will finally drop that completely senseless hatred of his, Beerus explained, keeping his eyes fixed on the battle. Wouldn't it be much wiser for us to start thinking about a different candidate for the position of God of Destruction? Whis questioned gently. No, Vegeta is the only mortal who has managed to unlock the divine key of a god entirely on his own merit. That is exactly why I chose him, the deity asserted. Vegeta refused to give up, continuing his relentless assault. He attacked Goku with every ounce of strength remaining in his body, though Goku strictly limited himself to playing defense, genuinely terrified of accidentally hurting his rival. Seeing this, Beerus telepathically called out to Goku in his mind, "Don't be afraid to attack him, Goku. If you keep being soft and kind to him, you will never manage to draw out his true potential." "All right, I understand, Lord Beerus," Goku replied telepathically. Stealing his resolve, Goku delivered a swift punch directly to Vegeta's stomach, sending him crashing violently down to the ground. Vegeta hit the rocky floor hard, gasping for air. "Oh man, damn it, I think I might have gone a bit too far with that strike," Goku said, immediately feeling guilty. He moved forward, intending to help Vegeta back to his feet, but Whis glared at him seriously and shook his head, gesturing for him to stay back. Goku swallowed hard, realizing he had to put his kindness aside. He knew he had to push Vegeta even harder if this was going to work. Goku began generating several dense ki blasts, launching them straight toward Vegeta. Damn it, he is genuinely going to finish me off if I don't do something right this second, Vegeta thought in a panic. Vegeta began rolling frantically across the ground, narrowly evading each of the oncoming energy spheres. Even though the very last ki blast didn't hit him directly, it detonated so close to his body that the resulting shockwave sent him flying through the air. "Listen to me, Vegeta. This is an official order," Beerus shouted from the sidelines. "And Goku, you are strictly forbidden from letting him win on purpose," Whis added. "Got it. I won't hold back," Goku called back. "I have to find a reliable way to force Vegeta into triggering the Super Saiyan Blue form," Goku thought to himself. "I guess I really have no other choice left." Goku charged up a powerful, guided ki beam and sent it hurtling toward Vegeta. Vegeta quickly crossed his arms to block it, catching the massive energy attack in his bare hands. The immense downward pressure was far too heavy for him to bear, causing the solid ground beneath his feet to shatter into pieces. "This is way too much power," Vegeta thought, his eyes wide with worry. "If you don't manage to deflect this and send it right back at me, it's going to crush you," Goku threatened, putting on a stern face to push him. "I can't. I won't allow myself to be bested like this. Am I really going to allow a mere half-breed to look down on me and mock my pride?" Vegeta roared in pure defiance. Suddenly, Vegeta's ki began to skyrocket at an alarming rate, a change that Beerus noticed instantly. A vibrant reddish aura began to envelop Vegeta's entire body as his muscles expanded from the sheer pressure of his energy. With a deafening scream, Vegeta forced his divine ki to its absolute limits. In a sudden flash of blinding light, he finally broke through, successfully achieving the Super Saiyan Blue transformation and using his newfound power to violently repel Goku's energy attack. Wow, he actually managed to do it, Goku thought, visibly impressed. However, Vegeta was clearly in immense pain. His hands were trembling uncontrollably because his body was not yet accustomed to channeling and controlling such a massive amount of divine ki all at once. Goku immediately flew down to the ground to offer his support. "You need to stay focused and resist the strain. Endure the power for as long as you possibly can," Goku advised calmly. "Shut your miserable mouth," Vegeta screamed furiously. Moving with incredible agility, Vegeta launched himself straight at Goku, connecting a solid punch right across Goku's face that caught him completely off guard. The strike actually managed to wound the young hybrid, cutting his lower lip. "Incredible, he actually landed a blow," Beerus remarked, a smirk forming on his face. Right after that final exertion, Vegeta completely drained his stamina, losing his transformation and falling to the ground completely unconscious. "Wow, that was absolutely incredible!" Goku exclaimed with excitement, wiping a small drop of blood from his lip. "Whis, take care of healing his wounds and then transport him back to his own planet," Beerus ordered, yawning. By the following day, Vegeta was back on his own planet, diligently practicing and trying to stabilize the brand new transformation he had just unlocked. While he was training, one of his royal soldiers approached him to deliver an urgent message. Prince Vegeta, are the preparations ready? The soldier inquired respectfully. Yes, it is about time, Vegeta replied coldly, dropping his stance. Vegeta walked deep into a highly advanced laboratory where the massive Saiyan warrior Broly could be seen suspended inside a large capsule. He was hooked up to a breathing apparatus, completely submerged in a thick, glowing greenish liquid. The ultimate Saiyan genetic project is finally complete, Your Highness. At this point, we just need to run the final tests to confirm if his body can successfully sustain life outside the pod, the lead scientist explained. We have officially designated this specimen as Broly Perfect. I want to personally test his capabilities right now. Release him, Vegeta ordered firmly. Wait, Prince Vegeta, are you absolutely sure you want to test him yourself? What specific power level is he currently displaying? The scientist asked, looking a bit nervous. Just open the capsule and let me handle it, Vegeta snapped angrily. Several scientists quickly moved to drain the capsule, taking Broly out of the pod. They dressed him in a standard warrior uniform and initiated the awakening sequence. The moment Broly opened his eyes, he completely lost his sanity, entering a state of pure, unbridled rage. Oh no, is it too dangerous to release his constraints? One of the scientists yelled in fear. Before anyone could react, Broly lunged forward, grabbing the scientist tightly by the neck and snapping it instantly with a single squeeze of his massive hand. This overwhelming wild pressure, it feels exactly like dealing with someone who has transformed into a great ape for the very first time, Vegeta thought, a cold sweat breaking down his spine. Vegeta quickly powered up, transforming straight into Super Saiyan God to confront the raging beast. At the start of the skirmish, Vegeta actually managed to hold his own and control Broly's movements despite the creature's absurd raw power.
The core concept of genetically engineering a flawless Saiyan by combining the genetic material of the absolute greatest warriors was brilliant on paper, but something was still missing. There was no mechanism to keep his mind rational. Broly is far too unstable to be kept alive, Vegeta muttered to himself during the clash. The safest option is to completely eliminate him right now. Vegeta backed away and began charging a massive, blinding final burst of light, aiming to execute the failed experiment on the spot. Broly threw his head back and opened his mouth wide, unleashing a colossal, destructive energy beam. At first, Vegeta's concentrated energy attack held the advantage, but Broly's raw power was continuously multiplying by the second. Forcing his ki to expand even further, Broly managed to completely overwhelm and repel Vegeta's blast. No, that's impossible, Vegeta gasped, completely stunned. Broly looked visibly agitated, but with a mighty roar, his aura flared as he forced himself into a Super Saiyan state, a wild transformation that his unstable body could likely only maintain for a few minutes. I need to put an end to this monster as quickly as possible, Vegeta declared, his expression turning grim. Broly threw himself forward with terrifying speed, launching a relentless barrage of heavy attacks aimed directly at the Saiyan Prince. This can't be happening. At this rate, he is actually going to defeat me, Vegeta thought, growing increasingly fatigued as he struggled to defend himself. Broly opened his mouth once again, preparing to fire another devastating mouth blast. I refuse to allow a mindless beast to best me, Vegeta roared at the top of his lungs, successfully breaking through his limits and transforming into Super Saiyan Blue for the second time. Vegeta flew directly through Broly's oncoming energy blast, relying on the sheer defensive density of his blue aura to withstand the damage. The moment he reached the monster, Vegeta unleashed a blinding flurry of precise strikes, concluding the combo with a vicious kick right beneath Broly's chin that sent the giant crashing heavily to the dirt. You miserable piece of trash. We Saiyans are destined to be the most prodigious warriors in the universe. We are not supposed to be mindless, raging beasts driven by nothing but blind instinct, Vegeta stated coldly, looking down at him.
Broly struggled desperately to force himself back onto his feet, refusing to submit even though his body was broken. His fractured mind was entirely consumed by a chaotic desire to fight and destroy everything around him. As the beast attempted to lunge at him one last time, the Saiyan Prince raised his hand and fired a highly concentrated, lethal ki beam that pierced cleanly straight through Broly's heart. "Let's see if that finally calms your wild blood down," Vegeta muttered. To Vegeta's absolute shock, Broly remained standing, though he began to stumble around with immense difficulty. "This is unreal. I literally pierced his heart through and through, yet his body is still actively resisting death," Vegeta thought, feeling a twisted sense of respect. He really couldn't expect anything less from a creature possessing elite Saiyan blood. To ensure the threat was thoroughly neutralized, Vegeta unleashed a massive continuous barrage of rapid ki blasts, completely vaporizing Broly and ending his life. A few minutes later, Vegeta carried whatever remains of Broly's body back into the ruined laboratory. "We deeply apologize for this catastrophic failure, Great Prince Vegeta," one of the surviving scientists said, bowing in fear. "This was not a failure at all. On the contrary, this is merely the beginning of our success," Vegeta replied, a sinister, devilish smirk spreading across his face. "The foundational concept is flawless, and the execution was highly effective. There is simply one crucial element missing from the equation." Vegeta walked over to retrieve the combat glove he had used the previous day during his intense sparring match against Goku. "I want you to carefully extract the DNA samples left on this glove and completely repeat the genetic process you used to create Broly. Tell me, Prince, whose blood exactly is this?" the scientist asked, looking intrigued. "It belongs to a Saiyan who carries the divine blood of an angel," Vegeta answered coldly. "It truly pains my pride to admit it, but the fact that Kakarot possesses angel blood is the sole reason why he is so absurdly powerful. I will use his genetic code to create my own perfected Saiyan warrior, and once that is complete, I will build an unstoppable, perfect army." Over the course of the following weeks, Vegeta's scientific team worked tirelessly night and day, carefully constructing the genetic model for a brand new Angel Saiyan hybrid using the blood sample taken from Goku. Then, one quiet day, while Vegeta was resting inside his royal castle, a massive, deafening explosion echoed from the direction of the laboratory. Rushing to the scene, he found the entire facility completely reduced to smoldering rubble. Vegeta scanned the wreckage, and he saw his scientists scattered across the floor. The vast majority of them had been killed instantly by the blast, but the lead scientist was barely clinging to life. "What happened here? Speak to me," Vegeta demanded angrily. "The specimen. He woke up and broke out of containment much sooner than any of our calculations expected," the scientist managed to wheeze out with great difficulty. "Where did he go? Where is he now?" Vegeta pressed, growing deeply worried. Before he could get an answer, the scientist lost consciousness and fainted. Meanwhile, over on Beerus's planet, Goku was continuing his daily training routine when he suddenly froze, experiencing a very strange sensation. "What in the world is this incredibly familiar ki?" Goku muttered to himself, looking out into space. As he was practicing his movements, he had suddenly sensed a power signature that felt almost identical to his own, yet it clearly belonged to an entirely different individual, and it was currently completely out of control. Goku found himself deeply intrigued by how intensely familiar the energy felt, even though he couldn't quite pinpoint its exact identity. "This is so bizarre. It literally feels like I'm sensing one of my own brothers, but I know all of them, and I don't recognize this one at all. Could my father have had another child that he never told us about?" Goku pondered out loud. Just then, Whis walked up to him, having sensed the exact same anomaly. "Goku, I take it you felt that strange disturbance in the cosmos as well, didn't you?" inquired Whis curiously. "Yeah, I did, but it doesn't match the energy of any of our brothers. Do you honestly think the Grand Priest has been keeping secrets and doing his own thing behind our backs again?" Goku asked playfully.
Hearing such a reckless and disrespectful comment, Whis instantly brought his staff down, smacking Goku right on top of the head. You need to watch your mouth and be extremely careful with those kinds of disrespectful comments. You should start behaving with the dignity of the angel that you are, Whis scolded him sharply. Ow, all right, it wasn't even that bad of a joke. Come on, let's go visit the source and check it out, Goku suggested, rubbing his head. Very well. After all, judging by the current state of its energy, it doesn't seem to pose any real danger to you, Whis agreed. With that settled, Goku and Whis set off, traveling at incredible speeds across the universe towards the mysterious entity that felt so bizarrely familiar. However, right in the middle of their journey through the cosmos, both of them suddenly halted in midair.
Wait, did you feel that? Something incredibly strange just happened to that key. It suddenly spiked and multiplied out of nowhere, Goku noted, looking completely astonished. Indeed it did. Perhaps the individual is undergoing some sort of intense training or awakening, Whis surmised. Man, now I really want to fight him. I need to find out exactly how strong he is, Goku said, a classic Saiyan excitement gleaming in his eyes. We still have absolutely no idea who or what he is. Besides, it is considered highly impolite to just show up and invite people you barely know to a death match, Whis reprimanded him. Oh, come on, it'll just be a friendly sparring match, Goku laughed, trying to brush it off. Listen to me carefully, Goku. Let me handle the talking and manage this situation when we arrive. That is all I am asking of you, Whis requested with an uncharacteristically serious expression. Goku could tell that something unusual was going on. Whis was acting much more stern than normal, keeping his true thoughts entirely to himself. After a few more minutes of travel, Whis and Goku finally arrived at their destination, a completely desolate rocky planet where the signs of life were practically non-existent. Looking down, they immediately spotted the mysterious being. The subject was actively training, moving with immense speed. Even though Goku and Whis were standing relatively close to him, they found themselves completely unable to decipher his true nature. This is fascinating. It is almost as if he possesses the distinct key of an angel, and yet he clearly is not one of us, Whis observed, looking puzzled. He's just like me then, Goku remarked seriously, feeling an undeniable, deep connection to the stranger. Hey there, hello, my name is Goku, Goku announced cheerfully, walking right up to the mysterious being. The creature instantly stopped his movements and turned, staring blankly at Goku for a long moment without uttering a word. Hello, my name is Goku, the being suddenly repeated, mimicking Goku's voice perfectly. Goku, stay on your guard and be very careful, Whis warned from behind. Goku, stay on your guard and be very careful, the creature parroted right back, matching Whis' tone. Hey, look, it's really not necessary for you to just repeat everything we say, Goku said, feeling a bit annoyed by the behavior. We only came all the way out here to meet you because we sensed your energy from across the galaxy, and you seem incredibly familiar to us. Hey, it's really not necessary, the being repeated once more, but then he suddenly began to stutter and babble incoherently, as if his mind was having a massive struggle just trying to process language. Hey, are you actually okay? Goku asked, taking a step forward out of genuine concern. Watch out, Goku, move, Whis shouted suddenly. Without warning, the mysterious being launched a fierce attack. Moving with surprising power, Goku delivered a swift headbutt that sent the creature flying backward. Refusing to relent, the entity immediately turned his sights on Whis, lunging forward and launching a ferocious, rapid flurry of punches. However, the elite angel easily managed to evade and deflect every single incoming strike, effortlessly defending himself using nothing but his staff. He behaves like a newborn infant with a completely vacant mind. Someone must have definitely engineered and created him artificially, Whis deduced mid-combat. Goku quickly closed the distance, delivering a clean, direct punch that sent the creature sailing across the rocky terrain. All right then, if you are that desperate to have a real fight, I will gladly grant you that pleasure, Goku declared, instantly powering up and transforming into Super Saiyan Blue. Do not let your guard down or get overconfident, Goku. We still have not uncovered his true identity or nature, Whis cautioned. Whis then moved with blinding speed, gently tapping his staff against the creature's forehead. The staff erupted in a bright light, causing the being's eyes to roll back into his head before he collapsed heavily onto the ground.
"Hey, why did you do that for? You knocked him completely out. I was really looking forward to fighting him," Goku complained, looking genuinely disappointed. "Calm down, just let him rest for a brief moment. I merely used my magic to transmit basic knowledge and linguistic capabilities directly into his brain." "Wait, capabilities to do what exactly?" Goku asked, looking totally confused. "To give him the ability to actually speak coherent sentences, obviously," Whis replied matter-of-factly. After a short moment, the mysterious being slowly pushed himself up, fully regaining consciousness. This time, his demeanor appeared significantly calmer and more rational. "Hello there, how are you feeling?" "My name is Whis," the angel introduced himself gently. "And I'm Goku," added Goku with a grin. "Hello, I currently do not possess a name. Is having one a requirement?" asked the being, his speech now completely clear. "Of course it is, because if you don't have a proper name, there is no possible way for us to properly identify you," Whis replied with a warm smile. "I see. In that case, I shall choose one for myself. I think I will call myself... Actually, I don't know," the being admitted, struggling to come up with anything. "How about we call you Jalan?" Goku suggested on a whim. "Jalan. Yes, Jalan sounds quite nice," the creature agreed, nodding. "It's basically the word angel, just with the letters mixed around. After all, you possess the distinct key of an angel," Goku explained, extending his hand for a friendly handshake. Jalan reached out, intending to accept the gesture, but he suddenly leapt backward, dropping into a tense, hostile combat stance. "Wait, what's wrong? What happened?" Goku asked, completely bewildered by the sudden shift. "I am sensing a deep, innate hostility toward your very existence," Jalan stated with an eerie, calm tone. "But I haven't done a single thing to hurt you. I am aware of that. You are not to blame for anything. However, despite that fact, I still have an absolute directive to kill you," Jalan explained casually, as if talking about the weather. Jalan immediately lunged forward at Goku, throwing a heavy punch, but Goku reacted quickly, catching the incoming fist firmly in his hand. "Look, if you genuinely want to have a real match, I'm more than happy to oblige, but we are not enemies. On the contrary, we're trying to help you figure out your origins because you feel like family to us." "I understand what you are saying, but even so, I must execute my purpose and kill you," Jalan replied coldly. Seeing that words were entirely useless, Goku's expression turned dead serious. He unleashed a massive burst of power, striking Jalan directly in the chest with immense force. The brutal blow sent Jalan flying backward, coughing up a small amount of blood as he slid across the dirt. "Goku, careful, you nearly killed him with that strike," Whis admonished. "Wow, seriously? Man, there's just something completely wrong and deeply unsettling about this guy," Goku noted, keeping his eyes locked on his opponent. "He is undeniably an artificially engineered life form. There is absolutely no doubt about that. But I can't help but wonder what the true purpose behind his creation could be." Just then, another powerful presence arrived on the planet. Kefla had successfully tracked them down, having sensed the massive disturbance in the area.
"Man, I finally made it. I've been trying to catch up to you guys for a while now, but you two move way too damn fast," Kefla panted, taking a moment to catch her breath. "What unexpected business brings you all the way out here to this remote sector, Miss Kefla?" Whis inquired politely. "First things first, this complete idiot Goku still owes me a proper rematch," Kefla barked, pointing an accusatory finger at him. "And secondly, I distinctly sense the unmistakable energy of a Saiyan radiating from this exact location." "Wait, the only Saiyan around here is me," Goku countered, before pointing over toward the recovering creature. "What about him, Kefla? He's definitely not a regular Saiyan, though to be honest, we still don't know exactly what he is." Moving in a bizarre, unnatural manner, Galen slowly forced his body back up. To everyone's surprise, the severe wound on his chest began to knit itself back together, closing up bit by bit. "Listen to me. I spend my entire life surrounded by Saiyans, so I know exactly what I'm talking about. That guy's ki is actively emanating that exact same wild primal warrior energy that defines our entire race," Kefla asserted firmly. Within seconds, Galen's massive chest wound completely vanished, regenerating entirely. The moment his eyes locked onto Kefla, they flared into a deep, menacing crimson red. "It's a Saiyan!" Galen roared, launching himself straight towards her without a single moment of hesitation. "Hey, stop! What do you think you're doing?" Goku yelled out, completely alerted. Galen rapidly generated a highly concentrated sphere of ki in his palm, pressing it directly against Kefla's torso at point-blank range and letting it detonate violently. "You miserable piece of absolute trash!" Kefla screamed, the explosion blasting her backward. "You are going to pay dearly for that." Unleashing her full power, Kefla initiated a fierce counterattack against Galen, landing every single one of her precise, high-speed strikes directly onto his body. However, as the seconds ticked by, Galen's reaction time and movement speed began to rapidly increase. After a short while, Galen actually managed to completely read and effortlessly dodge Kefla's continuous assault. "Wow, look at that! He adapts and learns how to fight at an incredibly rapid pace," Goku noted, looking utterly amazed. There is absolutely no doubt about it. His genetic code was specifically engineered for high-level combat. "We just need to figure out who was responsible for this," Whis added. Galen's speed continued to skyrocket exponentially, leaving Kefla struggling desperately just to keep up with his movements. "Damn it, this freak is literally getting stronger the longer he fights," Kefla snarled. Snapping around, she delivered a vicious kick right under Galen's chin, successfully forcing him away from her. Kefla then extended both of her hands outward to her sides, generating two massive roaring whirlwinds of raw ki. "Wait, hold on, Kefla. Don't overdo it. You might destroy him completely," Goku warned loudly. "Take this, you genetic trash," she screamed in defiance. Bringing her hands together, she unleashed the full force of her massive energy blast, sending it hurtling directly toward Galen. Galen thrust his hands forward, attempting to block and withstand the colossal attack, but his efforts were entirely futile. The overwhelming energy completely consumed Galen, entirely obliterating the upper half of his torso. "Kefla, what is wrong with you? You went way too far with that attack," Goku scolded her, looking shocked. "Hey, that idiot brought this entirely on himself," she shot back angrily. "Besides, you saw it yourself. He attacked me out of nowhere for absolutely no reason. He's an incredibly dangerous entity." Even if that is the case, it would have been much wiser to keep him intact so we could learn about his origins, though at this point there is practically nothing left to study, Whis remarked with a sigh. However, Whis suddenly paused, noticing something peculiar. Wait a moment, Galen's core key signature is still completely intact. "What? He's actually still alive?" Goku gasped in disbelief. "Whis, quick, you need to use your magic to heal him right now," Goku pleaded. "Actually, I don't think that will be necessary at all," Whis realized, watching closely. Galen's severed leg stood firmly on the ground as the heavily damaged area began to rapidly heal entirely on its own. His flesh and organs aggressively regenerated at a visible pace until his entire upper body was completely restored to perfect condition. "I honestly cannot believe what I'm seeing right now," Goku muttered in absolute amazement. "He is, without a shadow of a doubt, a completely artificial, engineered organism," Whis reiterated. Powering up to a terrifying degree, Galen unleashed a massive, violent shockwave of ki, exponentially raising his power level. "Fine then, if that's how it is, I'll just have to completely obliterate him down to the very last molecule," Kefla declared, preparing to launch her massive attack once again. But the exact moment she executed the blast, Galen vanished from sight entirely. "What? Where in the hell did he go?" Kefla yelled, her eyes widening in sudden terror. Galen had instantly materialized directly behind Kefla, delivering a single precise strike with the edge of her hand right to the back of her neck, knocking her completely unconscious on the spot. As the female Saiyan began to fall, Galen rapidly charged a dense sphere of ki in his hand, intending to completely vaporize her. Fortunately, Goku arrived just in the nick of time, tightly grabbing Galen's wrist and stopping the lethal attack. "That is more than enough. There is absolutely no need for you to be this incredibly violent." "I am not being violent. I am simply executing my core directive, which is to eliminate all Saiyans, and that includes you, considering you are part Saiyan." With a sudden, cold movement, Galen used his other hand to completely sever his missing trapped arm. Stepping away from Goku, his missing limb instantly and perfectly regenerated back into place within a second. Goku carefully took the unconscious Kefla into his arms, carrying her over to where Whis was standing. "Please take care of healing her and keep her completely out of this fight," Goku requested with a dead serious expression. "Be extremely cautious, Goku. His power level has significantly multiplied after undergoing that full regeneration." "Yeah, I know. It's an innate trait, just like the Saiyans."
Turning back to face the threat, Goku powered up to his absolute maximum, transforming once again into a brilliant Super Saiyan Blue. I have absolutely no idea what kind of engineered creature you are, nor do I understand why you possess a hybrid combination of both Saiyan and Angel Ki. The only thing I know for certain right now is that I must completely exterminate you without leaving a single trace behind, Goku declared, his voice dripping with intense anger. I am not entirely clear on the nature of my own existence either. I only know with absolute certainty that I am programmed to eliminate you and every other Saiyan alive, Galen replied smoothly, completely unfazed. Meanwhile, Whis quickly used his advanced healing magic on Kefla, causing her to open her eyes instantly. Ugh, what on earth happened? She asked, her memory completely blank regarding the last few seconds. You were simply knocked completely unconscious by our opponent, Whis answered calmly, keeping his eyes on the battlefield. At that moment, Goku and Galen were clashing at an incredibly high level of power, trading fierce blows as they rapidly traversed the entire surface of the desolate planet.
Those two, their power is absolutely unreal, Kefla noted, looking on in sheer amazement. I honestly cannot believe Goku has managed to advance his strength this much in such a short period of time. You must remember that Goku is the direct son of the Grand Priest. It will not be an easy task for you to ever catch up to his level, Whis explained gently. High in the sky, both Jalen and Goku clenched their fists, colliding with such immense force that a massive, roaring shockwave of energy erupted between them. This makes absolutely no sense. How can we possibly be deadlocked at the exact same power level? How did you manage to become this strong in such an incredibly short amount of time? Goku questioned, straining against the clash. I am unable to answer that question for you. I still possess no knowledge regarding the true nature of my creation, Jalen answered honestly, before falling into an eerie silence. All right then, let's see how you handle this, Goku roared, forcing his energy to multiply tenfold. Kaioken times 10! Kaioken? Jalen muttered, looking visibly puzzled by the sudden red aura. Goku immediately unleashed a relentless flurry of ultra-high-speed strikes upon Jalen, giving the artificial warrior absolutely no room to defend himself. In a fraction of a second, Goku connected a vicious uppercut that launched Jalen high into the stratosphere. Whis, quick, shield Kefla right now, Goku shouted down. Whis instantly raised his staff, creating a dense protective energy barrier around Kefla. Goku then clasped his hands tightly together at his side, channeling all of his energy to unleash a colossal Kamehameha. I am genuinely sorry that I cannot afford to drag this fight out and enjoy it properly, but you are far too dangerous of a being for me to safely leave alive, Goku thought to himself. Goku unleashed the massive blue energy wave straight at Jalen. Jalen desperately thrust his arms forward to resist the onslaught, but his defensive efforts were entirely useless. Within a matter of seconds, Jalen's body was completely disintegrated by the overwhelming blast. Goku immediately powered down, dropping his Kaioken and his Super Saiyan Blue transformation. He looked utterly exhausted, panting heavily as he struggled to catch his breath. You still clearly need to work on properly managing and controlling your energy output. However, you made the correct decision by ending it quickly, Whis noted with a warm smile. Yeah, I know. Now our only priority is to return and find out exactly who was responsible for creating him, Goku replied tiredly. Whis, Goku, and Kefla subsequently departed from the desolate planet, completely confident that they had thoroughly destroyed Jalen once and for all. However, completely unnoticed by any of them, Jalen's previously severed arm was still lying silently in the dirt. Slowly but surely, the flesh of the arm began to twitch and shift. I should probably start heading back and changing out of my formal attire, but I cannot shake this nagging feeling that I'm forgetting something incredibly important, Whis pondered to himself, looking somewhat worried as they left the sector. Eventually, the trio arrived back on Beerus' planet, completely oblivious to the fact that Jalen had successfully survived the encounter. Man, that guy was a total anomaly, Kefla remarked, crossing her arms. It really is a shame that we were forced to eliminate him like that, but given that he was artificially engineered with the sole purpose of wiping out the Saiyans, I literally had no other choice, Goku stated. Hey Goku, you've gotten incredibly strong. When are you finally going to take some time to train me? Kefla asked eagerly. Sorry about that, Kefla, but I'm really not a good teacher in all. You'd be much better off asking Whis to train you, Goku replied with an embarrassed laugh. I would absolutely love to take you on as a student, but I am currently far too busy focusing all of my attention on training my younger brother, Whis interjected smoothly. Wait, when are you finally going to stop training him then? Kefla questioned, looking annoyed. I am not entirely sure. Probably whenever Goku finally manages to completely catch up to my level of strength. I suppose that will take roughly another 100 years or so, Whis answered casually. What? A whole 100 years? Are you completely insane? By that time, I'll be halfway through my entire lifespan, Kefla yelled furiously. Ah, that's right. I completely forgot that pure-blooded Saiyans generally only live for about 300 years, Goku noted thoughtfully. What in the world is all this loud, irritating racket out here? Beerus asked, yawning loudly as he walked out, having just woken up from a long nap. Oh, we apologize for disturbing you, Lord Beerus. It's just that we just got back from facing an incredibly strange opponent. The group quickly filled Beerus in on all the details regarding the mysterious engineered being. They still had absolutely no clue where he had originated from, and they were even less aware of the fact that he was actively regenerating at that very moment. A few hours later, Kefla had just returned to planet Vegeta, only to immediately notice that a massive portion of Vegeta's royal castle had been completely reduced to rubble. This is so bizarre. What could possibly have caused this much destruction around here? She muttered to herself, exploring the wreckage. Deep inside the underground laboratory, which was still undergoing extensive repairs following the recent Frieza incident, Vegeta was meeting with his lead scientist. The researcher was presenting a highly critical report regarding their secret genetic project. Prince Vegeta, I have uncovered something incredibly fascinating yet completely terrifying within the data, the scientist stated nervously. Let's see what kind of news you have for me this time, Vegeta replied coldly, earing the tablet. As they began to thoroughly analyze the data, the scientist explained, Our secret experiment was deliberately sabotaged from the inside. What? What do you mean it was sabotaged? Vegeta demanded, booming with fury. Look closely at this specific graph right here, the scientist noted, pointing at the screen. We strictly conducted this experiment using the genetic material of the absolute highest class Saiyans combined with Goku's blood, since he is a hybrid of a Saiyan and an angel. But according to these anomalies, there is a clear presence of counter DNA belonging directly to Frieza. How is that even remotely possible? Vegeta roared in pure rage. As I just stated, Your Highness, it was an act of deliberate sabotage. The real question we need to answer is who could have done this, the scientist replied. Hiding in the shadows nearby, Kefla overheard the entire conversation. So that's exactly where his deep innate hatred for the Saiyans comes from, she realized, her eyes wide with shock. That complete idiot Vegeta literally went ahead and created a monster using Goku's blood. I need to leave right now and warn them immediately. Kefla carefully attempted to slip away from her hiding spot without drawing any attention to herself. However, in her haste, her foot accidentally tripped over some loose pebbles, and the slight sound immediately caught Vegeta's sharp attention. Who is hiding over there? Vegeta demanded sharply, snapping his head toward the noise. The entire security team looked terrified, instantly realizing that an intruder had successfully infiltrated the facility. Vegeta himself doesn't really pose a major threat to me, but regardless of that, he is still the ruling king.
I absolutely cannot afford to let myself get caught here, she thought to herself. As she moved cautiously to make her escape, Vegeta swiftly fired a precise ki blast directly at a structural column. The resulting explosion completely shattered the pillar, leaving Kefla fully exposed in the open. So it was you all along, you little brat, Vegeta stated coldly, glaring at her. Yeah, it's me. What are you going to do about it? Kefla shot back furiously, dropping into a defensive stance.
It is definitely not in my best interest to allow someone like you to leave this facility alive after hearing that information, Vegeta asserted. Hearing his threat, she simply smirked at the prince, fully prepared to swap blows. You know perfectly well that I am significantly stronger than you are, Vegeta. You don't stand a single chance against me in a real fight, she taunted confidently. Demonstrating immense confidence in his own abilities, Vegeta launched himself straight toward Kefla, colliding with her in a massive clash of power. The sheer force of their impact completely shattered the laboratory walls, forcing the battle outside the facility. Vegeta and Kefla stood in the open courtyard, both fully prepared to fight to the bitter end. You have absolutely no idea what kind of deep trouble you have just gotten yourself into. I have been training incredibly hard to finally surpass Kakarot. Now I will put an end to you, Vegeta declared confidently. The moment he began powering up, he looked at Kefla with a smug smile that actually succeeded in intimidating her. Vegeta let out a fierce roar, forcing his energy to skyrocket until he successfully transformed into a Super Saiyan God. Don't think a regular God form is going to save you from me, Kefla yelled, instantly charging forward. The two warriors began exchanging a rapid flurry of heavy blows. We are completely deadlocked at the exact same level. Wow, you've actually gotten significantly stronger, Kefla noted, slightly impressed. But this is still nowhere near enough to stop me. She suddenly forced her energy to multiply, transforming into a Super Saiyan 2. Take this, she screamed, landing a brutal strike directly onto Vegeta's chest. The immense force of the attack sent Vegeta sailing backward across several meters before he managed to stabilize himself. Damn it, she is genuinely much more powerful than she was before, Vegeta thought, having completely underestimated her current level of strength. Now it is time for you to witness the true extent of my power, Vegeta announced firmly. Vegeta began channeling his energy to its absolute limits, instantly transforming into a brilliant Super Saiyan Blue. No way! That's impossible! Kefla gasped, looking utterly terrified as she felt the massive, crushing pressure of his divine aura. Now let's see how you handle this, Vegeta sneered, instantly closing the distance between them. Vegeta delivered a brutal, heavy punch directly into Kefla's stomach, causing her to instantly spit up blood from the sheer impact. The moment her guard dropped, Vegeta aggressively grabbed her tightly by the throat. Even though you managed to successfully embed yourself among the gods and buddy up with that miserable Kakarot, you are still nowhere near strong enough to face me, Vegeta stated furiously. Kefla quickly generated a short-range ki blast in her hand, letting it detonate between them. While it didn't hit Vegeta cleanly, the blast successfully forced him to release his grip on her neck. Don't you dare think for a single second that I can't handle you, Kefla shouted, throwing a swift punch, but he effortlessly dodged the strike. She immediately followed up with a fierce kick, but he cleanly blocked it with his arms crossed. We can honestly keep playing this little game all day long if that's what you want, Vegeta mocked, continuously pressuring her with his movements. None of her frantic attacks were able to connect with him. Damn it, I have to find a way out of this fast, otherwise he is genuinely going to kill me, Kefla thought in a panic. Suddenly, Vegeta materialized directly behind her, delivering a powerful kick right to the spine that sent her sailing through the air. Kefla rolled violently across the dirt for several meters, struggling immensely just to force herself back onto her feet. You miserable prick, you really are strong, Kefla gasped, clutching her side as she stood up, finding it incredibly difficult to maintain her balance. I think it's best if I just put you out of your misery once and for all, Vegeta declared, raising his hand and charging a dense ball of ki. Suddenly, out of nowhere, a massive, blinding beam of light crashed directly into the ground between them. An absolutely colossal, overwhelming energy signature was detected simultaneously by both Vegeta and Kefla. No way! This can't be happening! Is he really here? Kefla yelled, completely terrified. But wait, look at him! His physical appearance looks completely different now.
"Vegeta, do you actually know who this is?" she asked, trembling from the crushing weight of the newcomer. "You absolute idiot. That is the engineered project that you saw inside the laboratory," Vegeta answered, his voice shaking. "Wait, Goku was supposed to have completely vaporized him. I cannot believe he is still alive. Oh man, but it looks like he has undergone another massive evolution. Are you telling me Kakarot wasn't able to defeat him?" she asked, looking at Vegeta in total shock. "So, you are a Saiyan as well?" Galen stated coldly, analyzing Vegeta's features. Galen's physical appearance had completely altered. By regenerating completely from his previously severed arm, his body had adapted, unlocking a brand new form that was vastly superior to his previous state. "Of course I am a Saiyan, and I am incredibly proud to be the king of this race," Vegeta barked back. "I see. In that case, that simply means I must eliminate you as well," Galen replied smoothly. "Damn it all," Vegeta cursed. "That specific trait, that is undeniably due to the genetic code of Frieza," Vegeta realized. Vegeta decided to launch a direct assault, throwing a heavy punch toward Galen's face. However, Galen effortlessly caught the incoming fist in his bare hand, slowly squeezing it into a tight grip. Vegeta desperately tried to pull his arm free, but his efforts were entirely useless. Galen's physical strength was far beyond anything he could have ever anticipated. "He is absurdly powerful," Vegeta thought in terror. Galen began brutally striking Vegeta across the face repeatedly with his free hand, completely refusing to let go of his grip. You cannot do this to me! I am your creator!" Vegeta managed to choke out with immense difficulty. "I fully understand that you are technically my creator, but my primary directive remains absolute. I must eliminate all Saiyans," Galen explained calmly. "Hey, you white-haired creature over there, and you as well, Kefla. In case you were not aware, you happen to carry the genetic material of the absolute strongest Saiyan on this entire planet. I have carefully analyzed that specific detail within your code." "Well, if you hate Saiyans so much, then why don't you just kill yourself?" Kefla shot back defiantly. "I have actually carefully considered that exact possibility. Being comprised of Saiyan DNA, I must eventually cease to exist, but not before I successfully purge you, every single one of you, first."
Tell me, Jalan, are you genuinely trying to take my life right now, or are you simply analyzing my movements? Whis inquired mid-clash. "It appears you have successfully seen through my intentions. You are the very first full-blooded angel I have ever encountered. I am deeply interested in thoroughly studying your unique combat style, so I can better comprehend the nature of my own existence," Jalan answered honestly. "What an incredibly peculiar individual you are," Whis remarked. Moving with blinding speed, Whis launched a ferocious assault, connecting a powerful punch directly across Jalan's face that sent him crashing heavily into the dirt. "I must completely destroy his body as quickly as possible. I cannot afford to grant him any opportunities to grow stronger during this fight," Whis thought grimly. Jalan immediately flew back up at absolute hyperspeed, reaching Whis in a fraction of a second and delivering a devastating kick straight to his chest. The sheer crushing force of the impact actually caused blood to escape from Whis' mouth. "This is unreal. Someone actually managed to land a clean hit and injure Whis," Goku noted, his eyes wide with shock. Just then, Kefla stumbled over to where Goku was lying, moving with immense difficulty due to her severe injuries. "Hey, you good-for-nothing hybrid, do you realize that this freak is basically a highly improved, perfected version of your own brother?" "Yeah, I know, but his programming drives him to kill every single Saiyan alive, and now he's targeting the angels as well," Goku replied, his eyes glued to the high-speed clash above. "Listen to me, Goku. You need to use your power to summon your father, the Grand Priest, right now." "Are you completely crazy, Kefla? You don't understand how my father operates at all." but he is undeniably the most powerful entity in existence, besides Grand Zeno himself. He could literally wipe this monster out of existence with a single snap of his fingers. My father strictly does not interfere in these kinds of mortal affairs. He believes that our race has fought enough for the peace of the 12 universes, and he's decided that we must handle our own problems. We have to resolve this situation ourselves right now, because if he constantly steps in to save us, we will remain entirely dependent on his power forever. Ah, what absolute nonsense, Kefla snapped, frustrated. High above, Jalan managed to read Whis' movements during a brief moment when the angel's guard dropped. Jalan swiftly maneuvered directly behind Whis, grabbing his head and violently twisting his neck a full 180 degrees. "Oh my God, he killed him!" Kefla screamed in absolute horror. However, to her utter shock, Whis remained fully conscious, despite his head being completely turned backward. "I completely anticipated an action of that nature from you," Whis stated calmly. He delivered a swift, powerful kick that forced Jalan to release his grip and step back. Whis then calmly grabbed his own head, snapping his neck perfectly back into its proper alignment. This is highly problematic. He possesses an absurdly advanced level of physical regeneration, Whis thought to himself, looking concerned. Even though I am technically slightly superior to him in terms of raw combat skill, he will continuously heal and regenerate from any damage I inflict. If this battle continues to drag on as a test of stamina, I will eventually be defeated. In the blink of an eye, Jalan vanished completely, reappearing directly in front of Whis. "He is far too fast," Whis noted. Jalan connected a brutal kick right beneath Whis' chin, launching the angel high into the sky. Jalan instantly followed up, appearing above Whis and delivering a heavy punch that sent him plummeting back down to the ground at extreme speed. "I believe you no longer possess the necessary energy reserves required to sustain this battle against me," Jalan stated, looking down. Jalan extended both of his hands, unleashing a massive, continuous barrage of hundreds of rapid ki blasts aimed directly at the falling angel. Using the very last of his strength, Goku activated his instant transmutation, materializing right next to Whis and pulling him out of harm's way at the absolute last second. "Goku, what are you thinking you're doing?" Whis gasped. "You are absolutely in no physical condition to be joining this fight right now." "You are starting to fall behind in speed, Whis," Goku stated with a dead serious expression. "I honestly assumed you were completely unable to move or fight anymore," Whis replied. "I am a warrior. I can always find the strength to fight," Goku asserted, dropping into a battle stance. "Step back and let me handle this," Whis ordered, moving in front of him. "Oh!" Whis launched himself straight back at Jalan to resume their fierce duel, but this time, Whis found himself completely unable to land a single clean hit. Jalan effortlessly read and evaded every incoming strike with absolute grace. At one point, Whis threw a heavy punch, but Jalan swiftly caught his hand, violently bending the angel's wrist out of alignment. "I believe you have officially reached your absolute physical limits. Continuing to resist will simply prolong your lifespan for a few minutes at best," Jalan stated coldly. Whis quickly fired 2 high-intensity laser beams directly from his eyes into Jalan's shoulder, forcing the creature to release his grip. "I was completely unaware that such an application of energy could be executed through one's eyes," Jalan noted thoughtfully. "I would like to attempt it myself." Jalan instantly unleashed a massive flurry of highly destructive energy beams directly from his own eyes at Whis. The exhausted angel was completely unable to evade the high-speed assault, receiving hundreds of direct impacts across his entire body. "Damn you to hell!" Goku screamed in pure, unbridled rage. Instantly triggering his Super Saiyan Blue transformation, his raw power exploded exponentially, fueled by his intense rage. He launched himself straight at Jalan, throwing a heavy punch, but Jalan vanished from sight. "Where did he go?" Goku yelled, scanning the area. "I am right here," Jalan's voice echoed, directly behind him. With a single heavy blow to the back of the neck, Jalan violently knocked Goku down to the ground, leaving him completely incapacitated.
That was genuinely fascinating. Your raw power level multiplied purely based on an emotional response of anger, Jalan observed. Unfortunately, my engineered brain does not possess the capacity to experience those kinds of emotional sensations. I suppose if I were capable of feeling genuine rage, my power would be completely limitless. We need to find a definitive way to halt his progress, Whis wheezed to Goku, his entire body emitting thick smoke from the severe burns of the laser attack. Jalan slowly descended to the ground, walking with complete calmness toward the wounded Goku and Whis. I believe it is time to officially bring this battle to a conclusion, Jalan stated, extending his palm as he began to accumulate a massive amount of energy. Gathering every single remaining drop of his stamina, Vegeta forced himself back up into his Super Saiyan blue form, pushing his broken body far beyond what he could safely endure. Damn you, you are a catastrophic mistake that I should never have allowed myself to create, Vegeta roared in defiance. He pulled out a specialized high-tech syringe from his belt, lunging forward to drive it into Jalan's flesh.
Jalan reacted quickly, raising his hand to block the strike. Although the needle managed to successfully pierce deep into Jalan's hand, Jalan swiftly ripped the automatic syringe away. However, he instantly felt a sharp, agonizing burning sensation radiating through his arm. "What exactly is this substance?" Jalan questioned, looking at his hand. "The only definitive way to put an end to your existence is to dissolve you down to the very last molecule," Vegeta shouted furiously. Acting with absolute coldness, Jalan instantly used his other hand to completely sever his own poisoned arm at the elbow. "Wow, that was an incredibly close call," Jalan noted calmly. The severed hand that had fallen to the ground immediately began to bubble and melt away until it completely vanished into nothingness. "No, that can't be. The specialized cellular poison didn't even manage to reach his main body," Vegeta gasped in total despair. Jalan calmly extended his remaining free hand, unleashing a swift, lethal beam of energy that pierced cleanly straight through Vegeta's chest from front to back. "You completely brought that upon yourself, you fool," Whis noted with a grim sigh. "That specific weapon was highly dangerous," Jalan remarked. Within a second, his severed arm perfectly regenerated back to its original state. "Now I will officially conclude this," Jalan stated, turning back to Goku. Goku desperately pushed himself up, refusing to surrender, and threw a quick energy spear at his opponent. Jalan effortlessly deflected the blast away with a flick of his wrist. "I must genuinely admire your unyielding warrior spirit. Despite the immense, insurmountable gap in our power levels, you completely refuse to submit to your demise," Jalan noted with a hint of respect. Jalan raised his hand to deliver the final blow to Goku, but Whis nimbly intervened, landing a swift, heavy strike directly across Jalan's face. "I am nowhere near finished fighting you yet, creature," Whis declared furiously. "Whis, can you hear me? Speak to me within your mind," Goku's voice suddenly echoed telepathically. "What is it, Goku? What are you planning?" Whis responded telepathically while actively swapping blows with Jalan. "I have a definitive plan to defeat him, but I need you to buy me enough time to prepare it. I can successfully distract him to allow you an opportunity to escape, Goku. Take Kefla and flee this planet immediately," Whis urged. "I refuse to run away from this fight, Whis. I am going to attack him using a legendary technique that I learned about from King Kai," Goku explained. Goku quickly leapt backwards, creating a significant amount of distance between himself and the battleground, while Kefla slowly followed him. "Hey, where do you think you're going, Goku?" she panted. "I need to test out a specific technique," Goku answered, raising both of his arms high into the air. "What on earth are you doing with your hands up like that?" Kefla questioned, looking totally confused. "King Kai once told me of a powerful technique he taught to the inhabitants of Earth called the Spirit Bomb. With that exact technique, they successfully managed to completely obliterate an entity named Majin Buu, who was a monster capable of extreme cellular regeneration, just like Jalan." "Wait, so King Kai actually personally taught you how to use that technique?" Kefla asked. "No, he didn't, but he thoroughly explained the exact mechanics of how it functions." Goku began to focus his mind, actively calling upon and gathering the life energy of every single living organism across Universe 7. Wow, this is truly incredible, Goku muttered as a faint light began to accumulate above him. I honestly don't understand what you're trying to achieve right now, Kefla noted, looking bewildered. I am simply requesting the energy of all living beings to form a final definitive attack, Goku explained. Kefla, I need you to buy me enough time to fully gather the energy. With this technique, I will completely defeat Jalan. Please, just move away from here and don't draw his attention to me, Goku requested. All right, fine, but this thing better actually work, Kefla agreed, stepping back. High above, Whis and Jalan continued to fiercely exchange heavy blows. However, the elite angel was beginning to display clear signs of heavy physical fatigue. With each passing second, his strikes were becoming significantly less effective, while Jalan was actively adapting and refining combat mechanics at an alarming rate. He is continuously optimizing his speed and refining his martial arts technique. I must force myself to endure this. I absolutely cannot afford to give up now, Whis thought to himself, pushing his body to the absolute limit. He knew he had to hold the line until Goku successfully completed his preparation. Suddenly, Goku managed to successfully form a massive glowing sphere of energy right above his head. I'm doing it! I'm actually successfully pulling it off, Goku exclaimed with excitement. However, Jalan abruptly snapped around, his sharp gaze locking directly onto Goku. He had successfully detected the massive anomaly. What exactly is the nature of that massive energy sphere? Jalan questioned, staring at the colossal ball of light hovering above the hybrid. Damn it, he noticed him, Whis thought, completely terrified. Jalan instantly took flight, hurtling at extreme speed towards Goku to interrupt the technique, but Whis swiftly intercepted him, blocking his path. I am not finished engaging you in combat yet, Jalan declared seriously. Jalan simply pointed towards Goku. While it is true that you have not finished with me, your brother is actively preparing a massive attack aimed directly at my person. Does that not technically count as him engaging me? I do not care about your logic, Whis roared, launching a fierce assault. Whis threw a heady punch, but Jalan easily slipped past the strike. Whis followed up with a swift kick, resulting in the exact same outcome. Jalan then delivered a brutal, crushing blow directly into Whis' abdomen, causing the angel to lose his breath and begin plummeting rapidly towards the ground. Damn it all, the spirit bomb still isn't fully charged yet, Goku yelled in frustration. Seeing the imminent danger, Kefla ran forward, placing herself directly in front of Goku to shield him from the incoming threat. What are you doing, Kefla? Get out of the way, Goku shouted, fearing for her safety. How much more time do you honestly need? She demanded. Just a little bit more, I think, Goku answered, straining to hold the energy. Take this, Kefla yelled, gathering every last drop of her remaining ki into her palm, forming a dense energy ball and throwing it directly up into the spirit bomb. That is literally every single ounce of energy I have left in my body. Make sure you use it well, she gasped, completely exhausted. The next instant, Jalan arrived right in front of her. I will not allow you to complete this energy technique, Jalan asserted. Kefla desperately swung a highly clumsy, fatigued punch at him. The moment her fist made contact with his chest, Jalan simply delivered a heavy slap that sent Kefla crashing violently into the dirt, knocking her completely unconscious. I must put an immediate end to this, Jalan declared, rushing towards Goku. However, Whis managed to recover just in time, materializing behind Jalan and locking his arms tightly around the creature's torso. Hey, release your grip on me instantly, Jalan demanded, struggling against the hold. Launch the attack now, Goku, Whis screamed at the top of his lungs.
Are you completely insane, Whis? If I throw it right now, the blast is going to kill you along with him, Goku screamed back, horrified. At that exact second, the spirit bomb reached its absolute maximum capacity. You can easily use the Super Dragon Balls to revive me later. Just throw the attack right now, Whis demanded fiercely. That's right, I completely forgot about the Dragon Balls, Goku realized, a confident smile finally returning to his face. With his resolve steeled, Goku violently launched the massive spirit bomb forward. Jilin unleashed a sudden, powerful burst of ki, successfully breaking free from Whis' tight grip. He then rapidly extended both of his hands forward, attempting to physically halt and resist the crushing momentum of the oncoming spirit bomb. The raw volume of this energy is absolutely astronomical, Jilin noted, his muscles straining to the limit. Relying on the sheer density of his adapted power, Jilin actually began to slowly push forward against the spirit bomb, attempting to redirect the massive attack and send it hurtling right back at Goku. "No way! This is unreal! He is actually going to reflect it right back at me!" Goku gasped, completely horrified. "My body is far too exhausted to move out of the way!" Suddenly, out of nowhere, Goku's physical stamina and divine energy reserves were completely and perfectly restored to 100%. What in the world? What just happened to my body? Goku wondered in absolute amazement. Seizing the opportunity, he instantly transformed back into his brilliant Super Saiyan Blue form. Over on the sacred world of the Kai, Lord Beerus stood alongside the Supreme Kai, letting out a sigh of relief as the divine dragon Shenron faded away into the sky. They had been closely monitoring the entire battle through the Kai's crystal ball and had quickly gathered the Dragon Balls to wish for Goku's energy to be fully restored just in the nick of time. "You were undeniably an incredibly formidable opponent, Jilin. You actually managed to successfully rival the power of the gods themselves. But unfortunately, I must put an official end to your journey right here," Goku declared, his voice echoing with absolute authority. Now that Goku was guiding the spirit bomb with his full, restored divine power, Jilin found himself completely unable to withstand the overwhelming pressure. "The power, it is far too much to bear," Jilin wheezed, his body beginning to fracture under the weight of the blast. "I genuinely hope that you can eventually reincarnate as a good person in your next life so we can have a proper friendly match," Goku stated seriously. Goku unleashed a final massive roar, forcing his Super Saiyan Blue power to its absolute maximum. The colossal spirit bomb completely consumed Jilin, thoroughly vaporizing his body down to the very last individual molecule in a matter of seconds, leaving absolutely nothing behind. What an incredible conclusion to this epic battle! But what could possibly happen next now that the threat of Jilin has been handled? Will Goku continue to break through his limits? And what will ultimately become of the destiny of the Saiyans and the Angels? We will thoroughly uncover all of those answers in the upcoming next part of this exciting fan theory, my friends. I truly hope you all thoroughly enjoyed this cinematic movie experience centered around Goku, the son of the Grand Priest Daishinkan. Please remember, if you want to see the next chapters of this theory uploaded as quickly as possible, this video needs to successfully reach a goal of 50 likes and receive tons of engagement in the comments section, and I will upload the next parts without fail. Make sure to leave a like, drop a comment, and hit that subscribe button for more epic theories. See you all in the next video.